Welcome back, SMSU, to the Esports Podcast. Jumping right into it today, we are starting with Valorant Brown on Lotus.
Yeah,
game number 1.
I just got to start this off with Darkness Luna. Just absolutely destroyed this
Masterclass
game.
right here. He had 30 kills on this.
kills.
Like, he was popping off. He was ulting everyone. He even got a bomb plant down, which you don't really do as a duelist.
That's Raze, yeah.
Yeah, so
I think it was in a clutch scenario. I think he
Yep.
had gotten a bunch of kills. But actually, one thing I didn't notice as much during the game, because Darkness Luna is having such flashy plays, Krillic, just solid 26 kills right behind him.
10 assists.
10 assists as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Really finding a lot of flashes, finding a lot of ways onto sight. That Omen, really strong on Lotus. There's so many walls that you can throw the blind through.
Yep.
The being able to throw smokes across map, the rechargeable, very big deal on Lotus.
And when you're playing Valorant, you want two solid people, and they really showed up for the team on Lotus.
Everybody else, contributed, did a good job themselves, but typically if you have two people that are standing out on the team, that's a recipe for success. We did see quite a bit of kills on the enemy Raze as well, and the enemy Teo. They were both finding quite a bit, 23 and 22 kills. But SMSU were able to prevail on the Lotus map. I believe that won 13-11. So
yep, pretty good from SMSU. And then the second game, moving on to Haven, we sub out the Luna. He popped off, but SMSU had Maddie Chatty this time on that Cypher, top fragging for them with Krillic right behind. This is actually pretty even across the board for SMSU. 23 kills, 22, 19, 19, 20. So it was looking pretty good for SMSU in the attacking half.
Yeah, I completely agree. I definitely think when we looked at the scoreboard and we were talking about the team, when we were seeing those frags, everyone on SMSU was playing well. There's not a single player that was just throwing or, just not having a good day. It felt like everybody on the team was firing on the same cylinder there.
Yep. Then defense came, and it was very rough, but SMSU pulls it away with a 15-13 double overtime.
Double overtime, pretty intense. I thought Krillic might throw for the draw opportunity because he likes to do that in practice.
Yeah, he does it all the time. So we'll go on to those highlights.
Gonna need a retake here. One is on Heaven Ledge. Gonna get taken out by Carlos. Carlos gonna overheal as Blind is being shot through nothing. I don't really know what that. Nice shot by Lord Lightning.
One enemy remaining.
Gonna take out one. Gonna take out two. Good shot.
Huge kill on the top frag. Looks like he's gonna back up. I would assume he's gonna ult for the retake here.
Oh, for
That's
sure.
what I would like to see anyway. I would like. We have all that Gecko util. We see.
Carlos should not be going out.
Whoa!
He did get pinched, unfortunately. Gonna get one.
Krillic is gonna hit a highlight.
This is a wild strategy. Why would you sit there for 5 years
I like
thinking?
this game. I think this is a funny game.
Why sit there for 5 years? Oh, they hear him. Oh! And Omen is left alive. God.
With a tail ult.
Bro, Carlo just not.
He ain't getting it.
Oh my God.
Spike planted.
Oh, headshot.
My ult's ready.
You know they're left. Now you know they're right. She's jumping all around. Oh, there we go.
This is how it ends.
Nice flank there from Zenart.
One enemy remaining.
Zenart getting 2 picks there. Darkness in his face.
Oh my God.
Team kill.
That almost was. Yeah, the missiles got him, but that was crazy.
I don't mean to sound mean, but that might have been a misplay by.
10 seconds left.
Well, don't worry.
Last player
Oh,
standing.
what
shot
the
by
heck?
Lightning
That's so
Lord.
sad.
Or Lord Lightning. Gonna break drone, gonna back off the angle.
Looks like Chetty's
One enemy
Ooh,
remaining.
nice shot.
Oh my God.
Sight.
got Cypher trips.
Yeah, Cypher is set up here. So need to be warned. As Cypher is gonna take out one with the trip.
Tripwire destroyed.
Trip is gonna get rotated.
One down.
What shot was that? Oh
One
my goodness,
enemy
Machete
remaining.
getting 3.
Spike down A.
Still gonna hit A, it looks like.
The sheriff out.
They're about to be on. Gets
Nice
one.
Head, nice head.
Spike down A.
Back out of that. Zone.
A no scope with the outlaw.
Oh! Popping off.
SMSU needs to help
Okay.
him.
Flex.
He has 2 shots. They're gonna back off here, but C, they're taking so much space. C. They're gonna run into this.
Nice.
Gets 1.
Nice.
Vise
Nice.
gets taken
Gets
out.
2.
Spike down. Attacker spawn.
Send back off of that. a
Sit
little
the
bit.
missiles out.
Nice.
Picks up another one. Carlo.
On a great flank here. He's able to take out the KO and is able to.
Here.
With Chatty fighting the KO. KO's way out of position, but there's 2 there. Good DK. Back up the hill. Gonna
One
take
enemy
one.
remaining.
Gonna take 2. 2v1.
Stairs come down. Oh, and Hyena picks up the kill on
That
Omen.
was so close.
Omen just gaining so much space off of his.
Nice kills here.
There's more.
They're not done yet. What is happening right now?
He got.
And welcome back from those Valorant Brown highlights. We had a Counter-Strike 2 game as well. First map, Anubis. And SMSU, they played okay on Anubis. We definitely saw a few good plays. They definitely started the first half 8-0 lead. And then the problem started. SMSU just not really finding frags, not really finding any success in the second half. I mean, they got 1 round in the second half, and they ended 9-13 after an 8-0 lead. It was kind of one of those games where you just watch the slow descent, and you just get more and more upset the more you watch. And it was just not a great game from SMSU. They started off well, but they just could not figure out what the adjustment they needed to make to continue getting rounds. We did see a quadra come out from Bebster, so he still gets on the highlight reel there.
And like the 3 main people on CS, the 3 ones dropping a lot of kills. It seems like.
Yeah.
TF Boss has his maps. I will say.
And I think when we look at Mirage, he was the top frag on Mirage.
Yep,
So it's one of those things where SMSU just needs to fire at the same time, and we can really see them do some damage. But man, sometimes players in this team have a nightmare performance, and
It happens to the
a
best
lot
of
about
us.
the nightmare performances. So, but yeah, triple coming out from Krish and 2 triples coming out from Yang as well. So it's not like they weren't finding good rounds. And then they do lose at that map 13-9, and then they went to Nuke, and Nuke was miserable.
Yeah, I've been in games like this. It is not fun. A 15-round game in your head is like 20 hours when you're down this bad. So definitely struggle a little bit. Though Yang does drop 10 kills.
And TF2, who was right behind him, like we said, he does have
His maps, yep.
his maps. And, I think it was the week before that he kind of popped off on Mirage when nobody else was really finding frags. But, yeah, SMSU really struggled on Nuke. Yang, the only one in double digits, makes it pretty rough.
Krish has 100% headshot accuracy, which
100% with 6 kills.
6 kills.
But
That's
still 14 deaths means you're finding a lot of times where you're dying through a smoke, you're dying to a flank.
Yeah.
Yeah, not great. I mean, that to me also shows poor utility usage because that means you're not even getting a chance to shoot at them.
Yeah,
right?
and all of them came from 1 round, it looks like. You got a triple.
Yeah, half his kills came from a single round.
Yeah.
Yeah, SMSU lose on Nuke 2-13. We'll jump right into those highlights now.
Honestly, an insane strep on Crimson's end there to just stack on the head. With very unrealistic play too, by the way, for a realistic.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice, Beb.
double kill.
Okay.
Going back and forth here. There you go. SMSU gets a player lead here. It is 2v3.
Oh yeah, 3v3 situation.
Ooh,
Okay,
there
Krish,
we
first
go. Yes.
Oh, I thought he killed his own
sir.
teammate there for a second. But yeah, SMSU, I was told. Oof. What a flick by TF2.
Yeah, for sure. You said, unfortunately, he was too slow because you didn't save his teammate, but still winning that engagement.
You guys take him out.
Oh, TF2 needs to get out of here.
Yang is
but
on
Yang
site.
has a flank. He gets one. Lily doesn't know there's one more on
One
site.
more there. Yes. Yes.
He goes for
One more
another.
there.
He goes for another one. First-person shooter kind of game kind of guy.
I am, actually.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, I just never see you play him. Oh, this could be huge, Yang.
Well, I play a lot of different games, but
Damn. Chris with a 3K after Yang gets a 2K. That is a great round by SMSU.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Pop off.
That is true. I do see you.
Great highlights from CS2 right there. Moving on to Overwatch 2 on Lijiang Tower Control #1. SMSU wins this one 100 to 99%.
Yeah, this was crazy close. I think at one point we saw both teams playing Sojourn and just sniping at each other. It was really fun to watch.
Yep.
OJ is usually really good on that Sojourn. He won a lot of the duels, but SMSU, they didn't stick with the Sojourn. They ended up moving quite a bit. They changed their lineup a lot in this series, and it was really interesting to see the counter picks come out and the different ideas. Then they went to round 2 of Control.
Yeah, which it looks like they got demolished 100 to 10%. That must have been a tough one from SMSU.
And I think the 10% only happened because there was a team fight happening, and SMSU was like one player was just standing on site while fighting, and the other team just left site. So they didn't even really win a fight to get that 10%. They just got it kind of passively. They got kind of stuffed in like the first spot of Lijiang Tower. Can be very frustrating because it is one giant hallway, and if you lose control over that, you can kind of just get camped forever. But it is a fun map because of that. When you're on the other side, it is a lot of fun keeping the other enemy team stuck.
And then on round number 3, SMSU needs to win this one, and they do, dominating them like they did the previous round, 100 to 29. So pretty good from SMSU here.
We saw a really nice combo. The Ramatra shield on the Bastion turret was just deleting people. And then I believe OJ got the shield put on him every time he ulted. So Cassidy able to charge up that ult without really being threatened by the enemy team. It was very good for them.
So now moving on to Hybrid on, it's called Blizzard World. SMSU defends first. And it looks, I don't know.
Yeah, if I remember right, they didn't even get a single percentage on Blizzard World. It was crazy. This is a Darkness Luna masterpiece. He finds so many opening kills as Hanzo.
Oh, he's playing Hanzo, too.
Yeah.
That's a new one.
Yeah, and the Trash on the Alari also finding a lot of damage. SMSU played a really heavy damage comp. This is a map that you normally see a Mei come out and really stall at that first point. SMSU showed us why it's not always the right option, because that Hanzo found, I think, 7 opening kills right before a team fight would start.
Wow.
And you just start up a player, so now the team fight's easy.
Yeah. And we don't even got to talk about the Tassac. Come on. They're going to win that.
Yeah.
After dominating that on defense, they're going to win.
They did struggle to get the point a little bit. I think it took them about 3 minutes.
Do you still have to get it to first?
You have to get 33%.
Oh, okay.
Because it goes back down if you don't make it to the checkpoints.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
We did see the Genji come out here from SMSU, and that was fun to watch. Darkness Luna on the Reaper was finding a lot of flanks. Hyena, Mauga. That's what I think.
That's his
when I see
guy.
him. Yeah.
That's his guy. And then, so yeah, they win that. Moving on to Callisto for push.
Coliseo.
Callisto. SMSU win or
Not
go
a
home.
single T in it.
And they do win on the push 2-1, it looks like.
Yeah, they got to the second point, and then this is one thing I've been talking about a lot with the Overwatch team, and they did it phenomenally this time. There was like 25 seconds left, and they won a team fight, and instead of pushing the robot, they ran past the robot and prevented them from being able to touch it. It's nice because the robot's further away, so they got to move longer to touch. Also, you get free kills on people who are running to that robot because They have to.
They might not know you're there or something.
Yeah.
And, yeah, you just got to
was
touch.
Really well played. SMSU, they had like 4 ults available as well. Like, they were not losing at that final point.
No. So SMSU Overwatch 2 actually had 2 games that day.
No.
So this is now the second game.
They won that first one 3-0.
3-0, yep.
Yep.
Sorry I did not mention that. But on the second game, we start on the Atlantic Peninsula on Control. SMSU does win the first round.
Yeah, it's very nice. We saw OJ on the Sojourn finding a lot of damage. Hyena on that Malga. Again, that's his signature character. Trash played really well in this one. I remember that specifically. That Ana finding a lot of damage.
And then round 2 on Control, SMSU is going to lose this one pretty close, 100-82.
Honestly, 82 is generous for how bad this map went for SMSU.
Oh.
I can't believe they even got 82. They were getting stuffed on that narrow entranceway onto site for a really long time. The Reinhardt was a problem. We tried swapping Reinhardt. Didn't really work. We tried ball. We tried a lot of different tank matchups. And this was a tough one with that Genji was just kind of cracked. He was just finding so much damage. He was finding so many kills.
So SMSU goes to round 3 on this one, and they're going to lose. It looks like they didn't even get on point.
Yeah. This one is another just... Honestly, this looked bad from SMSU. They just could not find a solution for this Reinhardt. He was just always up in SMSU's face. He found so many pins. He was taking so much pressure, and he wasn't dying. Just tough to deal with.
SMSU loses that Control 1-2. Now we move on to Escort on Shambali Monastery. So SMSU started to attack, and it looks like they almost completed the point.
This is on attack, I believe.
They attacked. They were 3% off, it looks like, from getting the full push.
SMSU, they found really good progress right away. And then right before that first point, they stalled for like 4 minutes. And they do end up getting that first point, but it just costed so much time.
Yeah.
They almost got to the second point. But again, this runner, the Ashe now, that's the same players that played the Genji, was just finding so much damage.
Popping off.
Reaper was finding so many flanks on SMSU. It was really hard for SMSU to deal with. The Fade just coming out and get out of jail free card a little bit.
And then SMSU moves on to defense. It looks like they lose on defense.
Yeah, this was much worse than their attack side. They had a good stall right away. It felt like, they stalled them for longer. But SMSU lose a team fight at like exactly the wrong position where they don't have to go through any of the chokes during a team fight. They kind of get a push through both chokes before SMSU can get back. And it just didn't look good from SMSU. They get that first point right away. SMSU stall for a little bit, but very quickly that round ends. 3 minutes still remaining on the opponent's side, so SMSU weren't really even close to taking map number 2.
All right, moving on to Push and Callisto. SMSU is 0-2 going into this, and it looks like it goes to overtime, but SMSU does not pull this one out.
Yeah, this was a much better performance. This team was very good, so SMSU maybe not that disappointed in the loss just because they realized going in that, hey, this is a really strong team. This is a team we want to improve to be able to beat in the future.
Yep.
And they put up a good fight on both Control and on Push here. So, you'd like to win every game, but at least you can admit when the other team's a good team and, give it your best shot.
Yep. Definitely something to look at, too, and review and see what they could improve on.
And we saw Moody on the Kiri, I think, this entire series. As I'm looking through the character picks, I don't think I saw a game with
she
her
played,
not
this
on the
series,
Kiri.
yeah.
Maybe, I think, played Juno on Control, but SMSU, they really favored that because they were playing the Malga, and if you run into Antia's Malga, it's really difficult to deal with. So you need the Kiri to cleanse that so you can have that lifesteal. So SMSU, they tried their best. They tried messing around with the composition a little bit, but it was not enough to work for them.
Let the dragon consume you. Oh, he's going to get the Moira with it. Is in the back line. He's going to have to hit a shot now. Which I never doubt him. Oh, my God. Gets 2 before he dies.
He got fisted.
Now Ramacha realizing that his team is dying as he's killing.
Had 4 ults available there. This is Bob. Ash here finding a lot of damage for the MVP. What a nice play. Jumping all the way up to get some vision. Finds, ooh, some clean headshots at the end of that.
Another switch. Here comes Baptiste's ult now.
Oh, they can't really utilize it though.
Yeah.
Getting pushed off.
And getting pushed off of it. Diva. Diva is still alive. Mauga's gonna get antied. Goes to get one, two,
He gets it.
3. How is this Diva still alive? You were about to say something dumb again.
What?
Oh, and Hyena's gonna get play of the game.
Gaming.
Oh yeah, this
Stomps
was really
on him,
good. Gets the
toes.
stomp. Gets 2 off this. Turns around, gets the Diva.
Mows them down.
Wait, Lamatra is gonna ult for SMSU. He's kind of alone. He hit a shot, Hanzo.
He's throwing.
Lamatra's gonna start chasing him now. Oh!
From Trash. I wonder if it will just be that timing of that ult. Yeah, it is a very, very nice. You don't see supports get enough credit for plays like this. And he does work for SMSU. Look at this play of the game. Very, very nice.
He's sneaking up now. He's hunting rabbits.
Rabbit hunting.
Does get the
Rabbit.
Kiriko.
Rabbit hunting.
He's rabbit hunting.
Rabbit.
Yeah, wait, oh no, he didn't get another one. I thought he did for a second. Lamatra's taking that very low. There, wow,
oh,
what a
oh.
shot! Put that in the highlight reel. That's true.
That's a bit more of a.
They're gonna
Oh,
TP behind
oh,
here now. Mauga gonna
Ooh,
slam.
that was a good area for Mauga.
Oh, gets 1. I know why SMSU's
Dude,
doing it though.
Shooting gallery.
Come on, there we go.
Yeah,
They're
for the
doing.
punch.
Backing off a little bit. Genji just poking. Being a problem, and he does find a kill. He finds a second. He's going for resets in the back line. He finds 3. And Hyena finds the kill on the other side. OJ tries to clip.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Not even winning the fight.
Oh my god, almost dies to the Cassidy. That's unfortunate. Cassidy has to fall off a little bit because he was low. Ryan down, taken down to half. Gets
There we
1,
go,
gets
there
2.
we go.
SMSU now making a push. Points at 95%.
Get him.
Cassidy Valorant Brown on Monday, so please tune in on for that.
Sheesh.
Mystic's gonna get play of the game.
Gaming.
Oh yeah, this was pretty
He's in
good.
the middle of the storm.
And he solo ults this. All right. Dude, the LeBron one's amazing.
LeBron.
Don't mess with my Pookie. SMSU Reinhardt now taken down to half. He's gonna ult here. Does get
What
Reinhardt.
the-
Kiriko gonna
They're
pop
trying to-
ult
trying to fight
really.
back with Kyriel, but it's kind of useless.
Yeah, just probably a panic ult. Thank you for joining us for the SMSU podcast. Hopefully you guys tune in next week and join us then. Thank you for joining us today for the Overwatch.
The Overwatch round.
Yeah. Thank you to.
And welcome back from those Valorant Brown highlights. And then we've got counter. I'm going to redo that. And welcome back from those Valorant Brown highlights. All right, that's the end of the podcast. Probably some blooper reel.
You can't give him stuff for it, man.
It's my bad. And welcome back to the Esports Podcast. We had... I just started over. All right, I got it this time. And welcome back from those highlights. You know, Overwatch Brown had some great plays in there. Now we have Counter-Strike. Ah! I didn't even notice it.
No way! I didn't even notice it.